So I'm a little mortified. For years, I've lamented and I've fought for the return of instruction manuals. And I found something from the archives that is disturbing because I may have been one of the folks to start kicking off the argument that we don't need instruction manuals back in May of 1997. In 1997, I did a top 10 list for a gaming magazine called Top Things You Do Not Need in a Video Game Instruction Manual. Number 10, description of the console you own. If you buy a Sega Saturn game for your PlayStation, you're obviously an idiot. You should already know what the product is by seeing that huge Sega Saturn logo on your console and the enormous packaging it came in. Already starting off strong. 9. Notes page. I have never, in all of my years of gaming, used the note pages on instruction manuals. The only time I've ever seen anything on them is when I rent games from Hollywood or Blockbuster and the words, "You suck, loser," is glaringly emblazoned in crayon across those pages. Again, I know what notes were there for. It's essentially when you print double-sided. And so there's going to be extra pages at the end because it either ends odd or you're going to have something that doesn't have content on it or you just ran out of things to talk about. That's why notes exist. It's 97. Number 8. Be sure to take an occasional rest during extended play sessions. I believe blink every 2 hours would suffice. That one's all right. I like that one. That one's still pretty good. Nobody's taking a break during extended play. Number 7, mini catalog. Hey, I bought this stinking game. I don't need a shirt, poster, strategy guide, leather backpack, slippers, tongue depressors, hot water bottle, etc. with your logo on it. Get bent. So that was at the back of instruction manuals. You'd have mini catalog. Is this them trying to shove that down? It's effectively DLC before DLC was a thing. So they used to put in shirts, keychains, all of this tchotchke stuff that was in there. And I'm wondering if those mini catalogs, the advertisement for those paid for the production of manuals. So now I'm feeling a little bit better that instruction manuals were being viewed from publishers as a money, like an investment of money that they were looking to kind of fork onto somebody else. Like, how could somebody else pay for this? All right. Number 6, warranty registration and center staple. So actually, I didn't have problems with the warranty registration. I had it when you stapled it into the manual because you're, of course, having to release that staple from those. So you could kind of damage your instruction manual by doing that. My problem with the instruction manual was like, perforation is the way of the 90s, baby. I have 2 instruction manuals in 8 different pieces because I foolishly removed the registration card. So effectively, by loosening that staple, you'll never get it back in, or you'll tear that space. And effectively, you'll have no manual anymore, or you'll have just a bunch of loose pages as your manual. All right, so perforation. We're down to top 5. Here we go. It'll get better, I swear it. I hope so. Number 5, page numbers, table of contents, and index in a 4-page manual. That's good too. I don't understand. That's all I say. I don't understand why you would need a page number, table of contents, and index in a 4-page manual. How little about your game do you know? We're just trying to pad the space. It's like a kid doing a book report on a book he didn't read. My favorite part of this maze craze game was the mazes and how crazy they were. For information on what a maze is, please check out the index in the back. All right, 4. Welcome to blank. Any manual that congratulates you on your purchase and pats you on the back for your wise decision-making abilities is only trying to delay you from playing the game. If the Welcome To section is over a page long, return the game immediately. Thank you. That was not a punctuation problem. That was a sentence out of place. Top 3. If you're still here, God bless you. 7 minutes, Jesus. 3. Do not crush, bend, or submerge it in liquids. When is this series of practices good to do on anything? If they're going to tell you this meaningless info, it should also say do not eat, inject, probe, use as clay pigeon, mangle, ruin, abandon, lick, spay, expose to extreme heat, place in the freezer, use as coaster, staple, scrape on sidewalk, or lunch from cannon. Again, these aren't hilarious, but I agree with them. Number 2. This is so stupid. Number 2, troubleshooting. 1 of 2. CD insertion. So you get a troubleshooting section. For the love of God, it's a CD. It's not too hard to screw up here. Honestly, if you need an instruction manual to tell you how to insert a CD into your system, it's time to get another hobby, preferably one far away from electronics. So, if you're troubleshooting things, did you insert the CD or is the CD upside down? That's pretty good. The number 1 is another troubleshooting. It's 2 of 2. Turning power on. I know that college students are of the top 20% of intelligence in this country, but seriously, what percent of the population is stupid enough to put bread in a toaster and not push the plunger down and then question why it didn't work? Well, actually, that one's... I've been alive a lot longer. I realize how stupid people can be. But yes, so my top 10, this was printed in a national publication in 97. And so when I went to work for Game Crazy in 99, 2 years later, they were already throwing manuals away, and I had to stop them. I'm like, don't throw the manuals away. They're good for collector's value and resale. But they were just taking up space. You had to house them. You had to warehouse them. And nobody cares about instruction manuals, especially when you don't know how to turn on your system. So there you go. I am the death of the thing I tried to save for so long. I apologize to everybody. If I was the one, if there was the person who read this top 10 list and said, I was swayed by how incredibly well written it was, and so we're not going to put manuals in games anymore, that's on me. Apologies, everybody.